Everything's a motivator.
That's like why you think it's such a big thing when people say shit on the radio for the first time. And they're like, oh, my shit on the radio. That's what you wanted. You wanted people to recognize your shit.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, son. You get on that stage, there's fucking 20,000 people out there, they all screaming for you, and you don't even gotta say your shit because they singing your shit.
That's a different high.
Boy, like that.
For
niggas can get addicted to
that and don't feel that high. Describe it for us. What is it?
Oh man.
Can you? Telling you. Well, the biggest crowd I would say I performed in front of was probably like maybe a few thousand. Okay. I never performed in front of like 50,000 and nothing like that.
But the energy is the energy, and you feel it.
Of course, so. I feel it when I'm in a room and it's just like 50 motherfuckers in there. When I'm singing my shit, I'm loving it, and I'm very appreciative because that means that when I wrote them verses and them hooks, and I'm performing my shit, and niggas is singing my shit. If a nigga, because you can tell if a nigga's a hater or not, but if they sing your shit, it can't be that much hate in the world that you singing my shit and hate.
I like when they don't know what the fuck words.
They be playing
you pull up, do your shit, and it's like, oh, y'all fucking with that?
No, I wasn't expecting.
That's a fact. Ready? Let's go. We go.
We all go. My glasses. Everybody see my glasses. There you go. Got them.
Word up. So look, you opened up the show with us on my live, and now we're about to get the official show started from the start. This is how we do it right here.
And we on live on YouTube with S.STREET Media too.
And we on live on S.STREET Media YouTube. So again, this episode is sponsored by Amzik, clothing line out of Queens. Shout out Kizzy, dressed me and is now with our clothing line today.
That's right.
So shout out to her.
You got
oh, yo, I seen a couple of people in the spot last night wearing that.
Yeah, you know we coming crazy with it.
Right.
Apparel all the time, man.
All right, cool.
Tell them, give them 3 minutes.
Hey, yo, give me 3 minutes. Don't say nothing yet. Give me 3 minutes. I'm gonna mute you real quick, because we're gonna get everything going. Yeah. Perfect. So once you do the thing, we're gonna be right into the show.
We starting now. Well, you got your music ready to play, or you just going to search some talk?
Easter, we're gonna get this going.
We got You got anything?
Resurrected. You don't want to talk about the group chat shit.
S.STREET it. Today we celebrate. Makes it technically 2 days. It makes sense.
We
on the warning sign.
I can't.
S.STREET Media logo. I got you.
That's why Mario dropped the time to drop. That's what they was split. You gotta watch this shit on Easter. Oh, think about it. Ain't shit outside with Mario right now. Respectfully.
Oh, yeah.
Take my daughter to Mario. We're gonna go see
Yeah,
that shit.
I'm
That was crazy. You know what they said the mushrooms come from? They come from dead Marios that's in the blocks. It's crazy.
Oh, you talk about that part now, but it's true though.
Yeah.
Yo, we starting, God. We starting, please.
Yeah, we here, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Grindhard TV podcast on Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got my guest in the building. First, I got my special guest co-host. He's turning into like my host. But make some noise for Is Now, everybody. I also got my guy, one of the hardest working fucking independent artists with the dopest records out. Make some fucking noise for Chris Welch, please. And yo, on my live, who actually was all in behind the scenes and everything like that, we got Big Whoop in the building. What's up? Yo. So yeah, what we was talking about in the beginning of the show, on the behind the scenes of the live, you was telling everybody how you could get first of all, tell everybody out there who didn't hear from the other live what you do and what you have to offer.
Tracking to their music. So I can get you on Genius, I can get you on Kazi Magazine, I can get you on 50 Cent, The Source. There's like any websites that you try and get on that you want to build like fan base on and like motherfucking like basically build your craft. Any website that you're trying to get on, I can get you on for real. Like,
and these, I know these sites.
How much you're trying to spend, and if you take your shit seriously for real.
So all of these sites that you're getting people on, right? Are these the sites that people can look at, or Instagram can research for people to get checks instead of them buying it?
Oh, fact.
Like these is legit. These are legitimate publications. Oh, you can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
You got me turned up. 1 2 1 2. No, it's not. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, it is. Oh, I got you. You can hear me now, right?
I hear you.
All right, cool. So all of these publications that you get people on, are these legitimate publications that Instagram could look up to get people their blue checks instead of them paying for it?
Yeah, you motherfucker, what? This shit help you get verified, and you go on Google, that shit come up. Like, all they gotta do is search your name for real. That shit pop up. Any website.
So it comes with the SEO option.
Right,
That's fire.
definitely. Engine optimizations. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, Google Images, like, you know how you got a picture, whatever picture you use for the article or whatever, that shit come on Google Images too. That shit help you get verified. So,
That's what's up. That's what's up. So all people got to do is reach out to you, right? And they can get that done.
right up. And I do it the same day. I'm faster than half of these niggas. These niggas are slow. I'm fast. Okay, I'll get you on there fast as hell.
Oh, okay. So then tell people where they can reach you at.
Follow me on Instagram, man. My name is Big Wop, BIGWOUPP, man. I'm on all platforms. Stream my music. I just dropped a song called Boss. If you a boss, I need all my boss bitches and all my boss niggas to go stream that shit. That shit's called Boss. My Big Wop, man. Make sure y'all niggas go tune in right now.
Now you said Big Wop. That's BIGW.
Nah, BIGGWOUP.
GWOUP.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's what's up. I'm gonna look your music up while during the show, and I'm gonna get one of your records on. That's what you is on Instagram, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. And YouTube.
I'm on all platforms.
That's what's up. That's
All
what's up,
platforms.
guy. That's what's up.
Isn't it really at this time just safe to assume everybody's on all platforms?
Not true. Not
No?
true is because people be coming to me to get on my podcast or get on grindhard TV, just period. And I'll be like, yo, what's your YouTube? I want to check your music out, see your videos. Yo, I ain't throw shit up on YouTube yet. And I'll be looking at niggas like, it's almost feel like I'll just be taking a nigga money to just put him on a platform. But the thing with this show is that
You provide
I provide a service that if I put you on the show, you're gonna be connected with a whole bunch of different shows and everything like that. And I can shoot videos for you because I shoot videos. You feel me? And put it on platforms. So practically what you do with publications, I do with, like, you know what I'm saying, with marketing and TV promotions and podcasting, because it's about 10 other podcasts that's on this platform that a smart dude would get on everybody's podcast or reach out to everybody from being here one time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I gotta go do this meeting, man.
I know, that's why I wanted to have you.
you.
That's why I wanted to have you on the show early, because I know you said you had the meeting, like we said in the beginning. So, yo, Big Wop, we gonna definitely get you up here, but we definitely gonna work it out to where we can get artists, those publications, and you'll get artists on this platform. You heard?
You already, man. Shout out grindhard TV. If you're not tapped in, go tap in right now, man.
It's a big fact. Big fact.
You already.
Yo, salute. Thank you for being on the show, my guy.
Appreciate you.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. That's last night, just to let y'all know and give y'all some heads up. I performed last night at a Beyonce and show last night. It was with DJ Amadeus, the infamous Amadeus. He was DJing last night. It was a fly girl Cece was handling everything like that, and it was like the flyers on my page, but I can't remember the exact name of the joint. But yo, I killed that show last night. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all gonna see the footage when I put it out. But that's where I met Big Wop, and I had to perform and then leave to go do a radio interview with Crucial Mr. One Love. But before I left, I networked with everybody, gave out my postcards and everything like that. And he came to me and was like, yo, son, I can get you on some publications. Your performance was lit. You definitely should fuck with this. So instantly I was like, yo, if you could plug niggas in like that, I need you on my show to talk about that. Because a lot of people watch the show and niggas need to know how to get on This Is 50 and you know what I'm saying, all these different publications and platforms. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, S.STREET Media. Shout out to Code 31, the whole crew. We all got a bunch of that stuff too. But as artists, we got to get on a lot of different publications. That's what I'm saying. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, let's get to our guest that's in the fucking building right now. We got my guy, Chris Welches.
Talk to me nice.
You know what I mean? Yo, Chris, you're on the show today because you actually won the last. What was the show that you won? Did you win a lot of shows?
The opinions matter. Don't do that. the opinions matter. What was it, volume 2?
I've been watching you for a while, Chris. I see
volume 2.
You've been winning a lot of stuff, man. You won being up here today, even though you didn't have to win to be here, but you won. And now it was actually you, YG, and Snooze that won.
Facts.
And you're the one that showed up because it's Easter, so I understand why the guys didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? You get them another time, but you're here to get all of the shine.
So we always outside.
That's what's up. I know that.
And humility is all right, but when you got skills and you're confident, you can stand in that light.
Oh, nah, I be trying not to step on those toes. You know what I'm saying? But but we outside for sure. Like it's an FAFO vibe. Fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? It's about.
Yeah, right. You making the lane, paving that way. Sometimes, toes get ran.
I ain't trying to step on your toes, but watch your toes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like when you walk into a party, right? And you go into the stage, and there's other artists all there waiting to get on. When you get into the stage, you don't mean to step on nobody's new shoes that they came from. You in my way, my nigga. I gotta get on the stage. Nigga. Like, what are you doing? Like, watch out, homie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, so like I said, I've seen you win a lot of stuff, but this show in particular, I didn't even see. Matter of fact, when I got there, did you perform already?
I think I did.
Matter of fact, everybody performed already when I got there.
Nah, facts.
Because I was doing so much that day that I went out with wifey, and then went to make it to y'all joint, and it was at the end.
Did pull up a little.
Right. I did. And then what I said when I got there, I said, you know what? Since I came so late, I'm giving out a prize. And I was like, everybody who wins tonight gets on my podcast. Yeah. And boom, just like that is done. Like the genie, like this.
Yo, I'm trying. He said,
done.
Make the
I'm just saying, that's what happened when you run your own shit. You can do shit like that.
Benefits of being the boss.
Exactly. He just said it on Big Wop. So, yo, when you the boss? I didn't say it. He said it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. We got the whole Mixie fucking gang in the building today and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? My son really grind too. I see he got the work bag and all that. That's what I'm talking about. Niggas is really grinding and shit. What up? See, he came in with it, with a shot. You know what I mean? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Word up.
He's gonna thug it out. He's got a long day at work. He's gonna thug it out.
Oh, you gotta get back to it, huh? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the true meaning of if you ain't grinding, you ain't shining.
Everybody working.
You ain't grinding, you ain't shining, my nigga. Like that's official. Shout out to Chris Welches and the whole Mixie gang.
Mixie guards in the
Mixie guards. Mixie guards. It's a fucking game you talking about the guards.
Guards in the spot.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Osmic clothing line that we on today. We rocking. Me and is doing our thing, rocking it. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Shit fire. He got the brim brim hat.
It's called a dad hat. I don't know.
Dad.
I'm a dad, so it is.
I'm a dad too, but I got the straight brim thug shit on. She knew. Like, give him the straight brim one. Yo, I want to say something about this though, because this clothing line is through one of our cousins, because is my cousin. So we went and checked my other cousins yesterday because they put together a family reunion, right? So they haven't seen Ice in a long time. Me neither, for that matter.
Ice, previous name.
Yeah, his name is now. You know what I'm saying? And the last time they did a family reunion, which was multiple years ago, I wasn't there, but Is and my other cousin Ray, God bless the dead, was there, and they got into a.
With some context, how many years ago was that?
It was like 15.
He said, "What's some
15.
context?"
How old are you? How old were we?
How old?
That's like 32 years ago. I was literally 15 years old. Now continue to tell us.
All right, so
and just for the record, I'm 48 right now.
All right,
Don't tell them that part.
Our ages is our ages. We made it. Our ages is our ages. We made it. So back then, since we got it in context that he was a young child that was young, dumb, and full of cum, he went and was stealing and got
We were
bagged.
boosters.
Yes.
We boosted in New York.
Lifters.
I was a booster then, or lifter.
Yeah, tell your story.
And you know, we got it in New York, and it was all good. I mean, I wasn't like that. You know, there were people who were much better than me. You know, but
I don't
I
know.
was following that guy.
Since we day ones and we family, you kind of was following. You wasn't.
Oh, I definitely was following. It's all right. You know, I was in my lane. You know,
This is one of my.
eventually I
smarter
grew into
cousins.
my, you know, my
Intelligent.
main lion role. You know. But long story short, we're in VA for a family reunion, and we young Brooklynites down there.
We all got family like VA.
I know, that's
type shit crazy.
That's where they come from,
So
right? That's
think
where
about
it
it.
was
A lot
at
of
some
people,
point.
when slaves were supposed to be freed, they all flee to up north.
Fleet
New York.
migrated.
The Great Migration.
Great migration, that's right. A lot of it up through Mississippi and into Chicago.
And if you know if people that don't know the history, this is why a lot of these laws like loitering and no panhandling and all of that came about, because when the police was formed, that was like the Ku Klux Klan that was formed to catch the slaves that were now freed and didn't have nowhere to go.
Well,
Because can I finish and then
yeah,
you can
okay.
interject?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
So when the slaves were supposed to be freed or emancipated, as they want to say, right? They came into this country as property and was sold and were owned by white people. That's why they were able to rape them and kill them and make them mate their children and take the babies and feed them to gators and do all of the fucked up barbaric shit that they did. Yes, it's this barbaric.
Wow.
Right? When they emancipated the slaves, where the fuck were they going? They lived on these people's ranches and they barns for forever. They didn't know.
Still be dealt with. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So now they got all of these laws, no loitering, no all of this stuff to catch people. Because once you in the law books it says,
All right, so I gotta interject, okay, because you're straying a little bit away from the facts.
All right, let's go.
And I feel the context of what you're saying, and yes, it's correct.
I said he's one of my smarter cousins.
It is
I'm gonna
right.
be quiet
And
for
this
this guy.
turned into a story about a guy stealing, and now we're in a history lesson on slavery. I don't know how we
But
made
so
that.
clear up what you was gonna clear up with me about what I'm saying, and then we can go.
Okay, so whatever. Lincoln, emancipation, the Freedmen Bureau, right? That's a major part of it, right? That was the institution that was created to try to assist freedmen, slaves, to incorporate into mainstream society. A lot of the land that was supposed to be given to them was taken from the plantations of the white slave owners who fled to other parts of the world. A lot of them came up north, got new property, and became, same old boss, same as the new boss, right? Okay, so the 13th Amendment, perhaps a lot of you have seen that documentary, right? It talks about the language in there that it's escaping me right now, but there's a piece of language in the 13th Amendment that allowed us to be criminals, for minuscule things like loitering, not having a job.
Not having.
And so if you're a freed slave and you don't have anywhere to go, you didn't get into the education system that the Freedmen Bureau created. You didn't get a piece of land either through the person you were once owned by, or you weren't able to take credit, which is how they did it, right? And it still happens today, right? What they did is they created credit through the store, right? And the white guy would have the land, lease it to the slave or the free slave, and then he would essentially be working just to live on the land after he had to pay back all of the bills and everything that he owed to put the seed in the soil, have the ox to
still wanted to have that rope around motherfuckers' necks.
Indentured servants.
And it was essentially indentured servitude masked under credit and the, freedom, right? But, it
Yo, I
really
ain't even
wasn't
gonna
the case.
front. America is built off of some fucking fuckery, boy.
All
Fuckery.
facts. All
Fuckery,
facts.
son. But look, I don't want to get angry. So we're gonna get back to Chris Welch's. And like you said, I did go off topic.
You
Every
did,
time I
right?
speak
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
shit and I start thinking about that,
Get angry real fast, right?
I realize I'm like, because still to this day, it's like, it's a lot of times where you will go into a place to get a car loan or a business loan or something like that, and the bank will tell you no, no, no. But yet every motherfucker that comes to this country after us could get a store loan. This is the exact reason why in every black neighborhood, all of the Arabs own all of the stores. There's Chinese food restaurants, there's
nail salon,
everything, bro.
It's a major part of the reason, but it's not the entire.
But you could try to dumb it down a little bit, but that's part of it, and all parts are fucked up. All parts are fucked up because there's no one culture that should be eating so much off of a black culture. Like, who owns all of the fucking beauty supply shops? Not black people, Chinese.
I'm sorry.
We do not own the means to mass production, and I don't know of anyone who's gonna set up a business in India where they're shaving off their hair and collecting it, stringing it with the young kids, and then sending it over here where they sell it to our own people. So we ain't never doing that because we, I don't know, either aren't thinking that big or aren't really interested in taking advantage of the opportunities in our own community.
Well,
that's the problem.
we got one of the Nazi guards said we don't know how to stick together. That's what it do.
That's the problem.
I don't disagree with that, my brother. I don't at all. But I would say that the reason why we don't is because something that was biochemically sort of infused into us over such a long period of time. And so we don't know how to stick together, not because we don't want to, but because we haven't been able to mentally overcome those things that were done to us in a real way.
Here's the flip. We were never at the bottom. We were never at the bottom. We were taught how to hate ourselves. That's the difference.
We were definitely.
We were always
distrust.
that shit. We was the shit.
And they actually did a number. They did a number on our women. They did a number on our women to make them feel like they don't need us.
A different number than was done on the men, purposefully to divide us.
It was done on the
Yeah, we are.
As soon as they took you and they put you on the ship, they had two doors. They took the men, they took the women and the children over, they took the men the other way. So that's breaking up the family right
An immediate
It was never needed for no
psychological.
change. It was all psychology.
That's a fact. And that psychology still exists.
Dealing with that shit now. It's a mental thing.
So Chris Welch,
That's why, I'm sorry, can I just end with one point, speaking to the conversation we're having here, which is really important. That's why I feel like it's incumbent upon us to elevate the idea of conscious self-awareness above material consumption, because material consumption is how the Eurocentric Caucasian dominates our society and keeps us divided, apart from all of the things they've done psychologically and biochemically to impact us. So yeah, we all like money, and I definitely do, and
because you're really looking really spiffy with your albums
but
hat and shirt,
100%,
and your
and
fucking
my
American
jacket
flag.
and my American flag and my car outside, all of that. But with all of that, my moral compass and my self-awareness and my conscious self-awareness, both in who I am here now and what my people have been through over the course of our existence in this kidnapped society, I understand who I am, and I'm not going to trade my morals for
Ain't clap for that shit.
I'm still American.
100%. This is our country. Because this is our country.
I definitely feel that way. Yo, bro, this is the reason why I've only owned American cars. Honestly, like I've owned about 11 cars in my lifetime, and I think it might have been one car in the beginning that wasn't American. Like all my shit. I'm home team. I'm loyal to the home team. I know for a fact this country was built off our backs. We may be treated right. We may be treated like less than of by the other nationalities that's in America, and they talk shit about us and they come in this and that. But I know from growing up here, we built this shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. You can't
we participated, all right.
We built
participated.
Now you want a devil's advocate now.
Yeah, I'm saying
up for us. Now you're like,
I'm not
participating.
The first wealth of America was slavery. The first wealth of Chris, we got a very intelligent guy here. The first wealth of America was slavery. Am I wrong?
Are you wrong? Well, that's a yes and no question. I would say there's more to it than just that. And here's how it goes, right? Because
Cotton's after. The black people had to be sold to be here, and they had to pick the cotton because they were the only ones that were strong enough, strapping enough, and melanated enough to stand in the sun and pick that cotton for them to get that wealth. So trading slaves first was the first wealth.
It's actually because of smallpox. So the Native Americans was actually
They was the first ones that were abolished through that.
Because they weren't susceptible. They were susceptible to the smallpox. So because of that, they went to Africa to go get the African.
But you gotta remember, Native Americans are African. They were here. They came way before all of this shit that we know about. Because when I did my lineage, I did that shit, that 23andMe, and I was raised to believe. And my cousin right here has our family tree book that one of my aunts did. And when I did, and it's all in the book that we're Native Americans. My grandfather looked just like an Indian, but my heritage shows African. It don't even say Native American because they were here from Africa before.
How about that? The Moors was here before.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, let's really
So
get
it's
to
all
it. It goes
all from
crazy.
Africa,
They
bro.
went in Africa and they presumed some of the coffins and they found cocoa leaves. And inside of like their book, there's only one place you can find cocoa leaves, and that's in South America.
Right.
Mm.
But certain animals and plants were shipped in the ships when they was bringing people. Certain like insects, animals, leaves, herbs, all that shit was shipped because over there they wasn't doing like how Thanksgiving, the cooking turkeys and buffalo and all. They wasn't doing that overseas and shit like that. They was learning that from the American Indians, and that's where a lot of this shit comes from. These different meals, even the soul food that we eat so much, those were scraps that slaves were given, and they turned them into delicacies. Then white people turned around and made Kentucky Fried Chickens and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. It's so much deep, yo, man. You do the knowledge, right?
Real quick.
God's in the spot, man. Now we talking.
One of the first businesses, so when you look at America, when we look at America, you can't look at America. America is actually still in the blueprint from other places. So the original was the Portuguese. Portuguese was the original people to go colonize in other places outside of their place. What happens when they started colonizing, it became a colonization run. Now everybody started going to Africa first and taking pieces of Africa. That's why Africa is divided into so many different English, Portuguese, whatever. So that was the first shit. Then what happens is sugar cane and cotton becomes besides spices, spice is the first thing. That's why you got the Indian, when they attacked the Indian, the spice ship or whatever. That was the first one when the Indians protested. Then what happens is they start going to the West Indies first, Portuguese first. Portuguese went first to go over there, and they find out they have the cotton, they have sugar and all that shit. And what happens is whenever one goes, they all follow behind. So England was next behind that, and America is actually the bottom of that.
Yo, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a fact. And then you said something about Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was actually a fuck up. He sent off. It was like,
criminal.
You better come back with something or else it's your ass.
Queen Isabella.
Off with your head, because back then them guillotine shits was real.
He had several attempts.
Queen Isabella. He was a criminal.
That's why America is not named Christopher Columbus. That's why it's named America's Best Future.
We got some smart motherfuckers here today. Shout out to the Mixie guards, you know what I'm saying?
But I do challenge still.
Yo, Islam is challenging everything out this bitch. He like, yo, I challenge this, I challenge that.
Because we played a major role, and to use the word participated, maybe it's not serious enough to define the gravity of our contribution. Yet we all know a term, gross domestic product, and that the construct of that economic system would not exist had not America and our founding fathers went and borrowed the money from, I believe it was the Swedes or the Danish when they were setting up the government. And so borrowing that money was, if you don't borrow that money, then you can't create the government, have a military, do the things that were necessary.
See,
to
it's now
create
getting way
the
more deeper. Now we in a
that
fucking
was necessary
history
for
class.
us to
What's it called when you go to college? The professor is
If
speaking.
we're gonna start at the beginning, you gotta start at the beginning, right? You can't jump in and call it the beginning because
Well,
it's
that's
not.
what everybody thinks, that slavery, when slaves were brought over here from the ships, a lot of niggas think that was the beginning of America.
It was not
wasn't.
the beginning of America.
Because how else did the Indians get in?
The
How
slaves
else,
is
like-
after the fact. The slaves is after the fact.
Right.
The Indians was the first. I mean, when America came during the
There was a actually.
going to the Moors. Well, let me just say this.
The Moors came with Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, so let me just say this.
The
The
Moors
Moors
were
was
here
the
before
Moors was the
Christopher
compass guy, the guy who was on the compass. Now
Moors traveled on their own.
the Moors, this is what it is. America's first government was under the Moors. Let me say it. And it wasn't called America, it was called something else, the
And
colonies.
it was the mad part of 1512.
And what it is they had
I
a
believe
black
it's
dude was
Well,
a Moor,
fact check.
and he was the first president of that America. It wasn't called America yet, and it wasn't the 13 colonies. Prior to that, there was a black, I forgot the dude name because I had it.
You said this was 15. You said when was it? What year was it?
This is before 1776.
Okay.
So it's before America becomes America. And it's the 13 colonies before that. It was the Confederate, sign Confederate. And the head of that Confederate was a black Moor, and I forgot his name.
It wasn't Christmas Adams.
No.
Well, see, I'm going to go off of what Google's saying. It says on September 9th, 1976, the Second Continental Congress adopted a new name for what has been called the United Colonies. The moniker United States of America has remained since then as a symbol. So it was called the United Colonies. Hold on. Who was the
But it's
first?
something before that.
Hold on, let's see. What was America before 1492? Let's see.
1492.
Before 1492, modern day Mexico, most of Central America, and the southwestern United States comprised an area known as the Meso or Middle America.
California technically is Mexico.
California, Nevada.
What was America called in the 1600s? American
Texas should be
colonies.
counted.
That's what they're saying it was called. You gotta remember, like, before all of these different colonies and states and all of that was split up, it was all one. Like, for instance, people don't want to believe it, but New York City is really all
It wasn't.
It was territory.
So let me say what happened. The only reason why America came together to become America because the Indians. What it was is the Indians was beating all of them on an individual tip. They was all individual places. Boston was who it is. Amsterdam was what it is. Florida was what it was. What it was is the reason why they came together because the Indians was whipping their ass. And what happens is that they form an army first, and that's what brings them together to form what we know as America.
How did Indians get to America? Scientists have found that Native American populations from Canada to the southern tip of Chile arose from at least 3 migrations, with the majority descending entirely from a single group of first American migrants that crossed over through Beringia, a land bridge between Asia and America that existed during the...
That's why California sees Asia. You don't know, like the tip of California is supposed to be like that. If you go from California to Asia, it would be mad fast.
That's why
Faster
American
than going
Indians
to
kind of got that
It was a
Filipino
lot. Yeah, it was a
look.
lot. Alaska connected all of those ships and stuff like that. So they came down. The Native Americans came down through Alaska. They was Eskimo, whatever they call
They
it.
crossed the water when it was frozen,
Yeah,
right from
Across
Russia.
the cold depths.
Right?
Or
The
Pangea.
original man walked out of Africa and into India. And then that man walked out of India into what we now know as Asia, or what would be China, and then Russia. Right. So
Pangea.
This was a
They was all
really,
together.
this was a really big history lesson on
You can tell
Easter.
by the progression of the color of his skin.
that's right. As he went into the cold
That's how
climate.
crazy it is.
Yo, if you look at a map from the 1500s, right? Everything is together, and then there's a circle that surrounds it around. Later, within that time,
1500s?
Australia is found. Within the 1500s, Australia is found, right? So that becomes one of the land masses. When you look at from that to I think about the 1800s, when you get the 1800s map, you see that Australia is there now, and what used to be the South Pole used to be in the center of the map. The South Pole later becomes the outside of the map. So that's why they're trying to say the flat Earth shit. I'm not going into that, but they're trying to say that mass that circles around. There's a mass that circles us around that's not on no map no more, right? that's supposed to be Alaska. I mean, Antarctica, pardon me. Antarctica, which wasn't frozen. It freezes somewhere between 15 and the 1800s. Alaska Antarctica freezes. It was hot originally, and it had hot animals on it. There's there's pyramids on the land. You're not allowed to go to Antarctica. I don't know if you know that. You're not allowed to go to Antarctica
at all.
So they're trying to say that is like there's a lot of secrets that they're hiding that's there. And
all theories, of course.
they said there's supposed to be a wall. This is the real one. There's supposed to be a wall. There's supposed to be a wall in Antarctica.
Shout out to Real Deontay, artist that's going to be up here soon.
That's what they
I'm
said.
looking at maps right now when they're showing the whole world maps, and they definitely looking different. It's definitely not looking like how
we've gone down like a rabbit hole.
I want to get back to Christmas. You know what? I want to change that up.
History, baby. That's what history is like.
That's what happens. Everybody was time like, hold on.
I always liked history class. I always liked that shit. Like, it was something about history class that really excited me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really liked that shit. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that the Mixie dogs are really on some conscious shit as well as hip hop.
Yo, it's
I appreciate that for sure. I appreciate that.
This is the modern day native tongue over there, baby.
Oh, okay. Nice, you connected that for me. Direct, I like that.
Yo, what's your tell everybody your Instagram. Well, matter of fact, I found your shit. You gotta do that. I wanna play some music from Chris Welch and everybody can unwind and get out of the whole history of America.
Everybody had something. We was going.
You can be black and not talk about slavery at some point.
Word.
Get together.
You know what I'm saying? But I wanna play a Chris Welch record, and then we're gonna come back with more. This is Grindhard TV Podcast. Happy Easter, everybody. You already know this.
Yo, let me tell you guys something. Yo, I swear to God, I woke up and just did garlic,
You got your noodle.
ginger, lemon, peppermint, some honey. I got all in the pot. The sea moss, you got some sea moss. You know what? Take some ginger. Yeah. Put the cut up the ginger. Put it in the some fresh sea moss.
Yo, I didn't look it up. Just let you know, I didn't look it up. The first president, the black president, is Hanson. Is his last name. That's I remember that. His last name is Hanson. So when I look it up, his name is Hanson, and he's a Moor. Now I'm gonna look it up though.
But when we come back, we're not gonna be talking about that.
This is for us. I used to have his picture hanging on my cell in prison. What is wrong? But they try to say he's the first president. And it was a big thing, like he wasn't the first black president. And before America was the 13 colonies, it was called the Confederate Congress. Fuck you saying? Why the front for the lights when you're already losing that life? Fuck you saying? Huh?
Fuck is you saying? Why the front for life when you ever lose that life? Fuck is you saying? Why you making these plans with bitches who don't got the EMs? Fuck is you saying? Why not get to the bag? That's all I was trying to say. What fuck is you saying?
What is you saying, Will G?
What are you saying?
George Will.
It's just a good email. See what's down with.
Okay. Okay. It's not my flow.
You crack my style, you black my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go.
Go, baby.
You don't let me know. You're trying to say your ass is fast, but you might be, yo. Telling me it's a hard task, but you ask for dough. Whoa, not happen. You love me, my stop capping. You want me to stop rapping, support me is what you like in your head. And I'm not jacking. You playing, I'm all facts. When I tell you to get your shit, my split and get the packet, cuz you grab my style, you got my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, girl be trying to play me. This love shit is kind of scary because it kind of drive me crazy. All I do is try to love you, but you mentally betray me. Raise a boy to a man and he wasn't even my baby shit. You want some features, you take my kindness for weakness because my pocket the deepest. You inspiring me with sweetness, but the power love got me from the power blunt, and I want you out in an hour. Bitch, relationship is a dog. You crack my style, you black my blood. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby.
Go, baby.
Go.
Watch cable-free live TV. Start watching.
We got the real Deontay record right here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Rumble, bitch.
Look me in my eyes when you lie. Baby, don't be surprised. You know I might cry when no real niggas don't cry. Gotta see we can put these bitches in their place. For the hell of sake. Told me you love me, you said that you will come. Cheated on me, now I'm supposed to trust you. I gave you my heart and I kept it above you. I would've gave you birth and that was fuck you. Bitch, you think I'm stupid, get so ruthless. Make me not believe in Cupid. You're so heartless, you take my heart, bitch. And I think you hurt me out so hard, bitch.
Y'all, the real Deontay music right now going on.
You cheated on the wrong nigga. You should've looked at the bigger picture. Yeah, I'm a fucked up nigga. But I was changing my ways just to be with you. I ain't even mad at you. Do what you did, watch it come back at you. I'm about to hit the fucking top, nigga. Throw out the weed from the pop, nigga. 16 to 19, I'm a young nigga coming up on mainstream. I'ma have a big bag and a fucking wavy. Don't like a whole close at my times of these. Look me in my eyes, I'm blind. Baby, don't be surprised. You know I like fights, you know real niggas don't cry. Gotta stay away and put these bitches in their place. For their own sake, yeah. Cause you was the one, you did me wrong. Said I made you happy from the jump, am I wrong? Told you you never lied, but you lied. Broke a promise that I had close to my heart. You did me wrong, you did me dirty, yeah. I hope love find me in a couple years, yeah. I heard honesty, that's the best policy. But these bitches always seem to fucking lie to me. I think that's where I treated you Yeah, it's hard for me to do that. Yeah, it's hard for me to do that. Yeah, it's hard for me to do that. You sat there, look me in my eyes. You told me not to break your heart. Then you broke mine. Be specific, I'll be with it. Tell me what you want, get it with no limits. I don't know what you choose, I know it hurts. You should've never did me wrong, you let me burn. But now you know you fucked up, cause it's my turn. This a lesson from me to you, I hope you learn me. You did me wrong, you did me dirty. Yeah, calm as a bitch, so don't you be scared. That shit coming in this spot, hit you forward. I hope you ready. You ever broke somebody hard, they get hurt, but you ever got your heart broke, that's way worse. But now I gotta pick a side, it's gonna be hard. I gotta choose between breaking hearts and losing mine. Do me wrong, you do me dirty, yeah. Do me wrong, you do me dirty, yeah. Do me wrong, you do me dirty, yeah.
Expedia.
Can't fuck more. We starting up. Niggas can't fuck with this. I shut the shit off my bucket list. You want sucker shit. I keep it moving on some trucker shit. This that dog bustin' shit. And this is
What we doing on
Still fuck the government. Still out there. I shut from the government. Try to cheat the system. But you gotta learn the system. Like you gotta learn the wisdom. Like you gotta learn the prison. Like you lost in the dark. And you gotta earn your vision. Like there's really no option. And you gotta turn the kitchen. Like when you turn the stove on, the bitch get the clicking. You don't wanna charge me up. I get the cranking like an engine. Niggas mad at me cause I made it out of dangerous conditions. Like a deep sea diver, that blue ocean, I was swimming. I was dripping cause my tripping is a privilege. And for me, you want a problem, I ain't tripping, slipping, tripping. Aim for your head and the nigga get the blicking. Take a flip, post for the gram, catch me slipping. I was Pokemon on these hoes, I just gotta catch them all. Niggas said he was gonna ride, I was waiting for the stall. It's like 2-on-2, play on basketball. Never dunk on a nigga, switch, shoot until they fall. Long man's across the rovers, down the line like Chris Paul.
Now everybody hates Chris, nigga. Get off my dick, you ain't tired of sipping piss. I figured you dead in that nigga. You talking blasphemy, but actually that great jelly ain't hit for color. Who wanna act and please miss me with that bullshit I'm on it. I got Jordan knees, cause this feel like Vegas. We gamble, who playing lottery. This skill crafted together. I make pottery. This magic in the kitchen. This wizardry come with pottery. Talking food, sweet, fresh to death. Now who that zombie beat? Always thinking shit too sweet. Y'all too sugary, but like don't get you in the door. Fuck your chivalry, keep me moving on presidential, but now you Hillary. That's how it be. I ain't the doctor, but this is surgery. You outside that court, you sleeping, now it's a burglary. For these green eggs and ham, niggas really mad you made it all the way out that jam. Thought that was your fan, this more like me to 18. Understand the plan, we on it like Rumble, young man, and don't you fall again. Outside chilling with hooligans.
Yo, make some fucking noise, man. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. That last record we just played, you know what I'm saying? The record before that was the real DeAndre. Shout out, I got Rumble. They from Go Time Clothing. That's a little song I got Rumble with that clothing line. This last record right here, though, yo, that shit reminded me of some Purple Tape shit, son.
Yo, Ray
son. Yeah, like some Ray and Ghost. Not just Ray Corner Chef. Because with Ray Corner Chef and Ghostface separately, they're different, but together, it's a different sound, different vibes, son. That reminds me of that, son. You know what I'm saying?
Make some noise for that.
Yeah, word up.
Mixy. Pop soda.
Word up. So we here with Chris Welch, you know what I'm saying, the winner Oh, what was the showcase again?
The opinions matter.
The opinions matter. And
Volume 2.
obviously, everybody's opinion mattered because, they chose you, Snooze, and YG. And when I walked in, YG was like, yo, son, I killed that performance show. And I was on my way there because he hit me. He was like, yo, I said, I'm just coming from something else. I'm on my way. And by the time I got there, everything was already done. But I was like, you know what? I was fucking with everybody that was in the building, the artists that was there. So I was like, yo, whoever's the winners, come up to the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. And, you always impress me with your music and stuff like that. But this new shit right here, I ain't gonna front. That's on another level. I got other joints you sent me. We're gonna try to get to them, but I definitely want to get you spitting. And I want to, Ice, you had a question? Is that a question?
Well, we'll get into that other stuff, but we was going with the vibe of the music. I feel like love to hear the spit. I like the lyrics, and
I thought you wanted to know how they all met each other.
Nah, I thought you was going into something else.
I want you to get that because listen, we ain't got a lot of time. It's Easter. We trying to do a bunch of shit, and I'm happy that Chris Welch was able to pull up, man. We all here, we on the grind, man. Like
having the gang outside too, respectfully.
Well, his question would have been.
Well, no, I will. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate the conversation having with you and your crew. All due respect, I'm not a pop culture. I'm not outside like everybody, right? So, I'm just coming to know you and music, and I really appreciate it. It was definitely dope. It's my first time hearing it ever. Like I said, I'm, not in the genre completely, only affiliated through this guy. I do a completely different thing, right?
Say that.
But I tell people when they not good because I'm just an honest asshole.
Yeah, we don't got time to waste with the bullshit. I feel you.
100% for that. But I appreciated the conscious conversation we were having as young folks. I did put myself out there. I know ain't nobody touching those numbers, right? I'm glad to hear that.
Timeless.
Timeless, right? So how do you guys come together, with everyone having such a seemingly conscious connection and, all things?
Honestly speaking, in short sense, just maneuvers and genuinity. You feel what I'm saying? Like, being outside. Genuinity. I'm not made up that word. You know what I'm saying? So, like-minded individuals trying to see a higher goal, but at the same time, also, like, we love this shit. Like, we not just doing this shit for, like, we love this shit. It's fun doing it, but, like, it gives it a more of a meaning when it comes from a certain space. It's not being forced or like, oh, no, you gotta do this and gotta get this. And no, we're not doing all that. Like, it literally came through, like, natural maneuvers. It almost might as well say, like, the universe did this in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And we just like, all right, let's make it do what it do.
So did y'all grow up with each other or y'all just met each other along the way?
Break it down.
And maybe give everybody a little introduction. Let them know.
So now, like, basically, we all just came together. We all been outside doing shows, different spots, running into each other. And honestly speaking, like, I've been outside with a lot of these individuals on the regular. Like, anytime I'm outside, Pop Off outside, Ari outside, Ray Clouds is outside, King K. Vaughn outside. So it's just like, we've all been talking about how we gonna go about moving forward, how we gonna change this culture, how we gonna go into certain things. So it's like, why not? Why not be like the hottest collective outside, respectfully? Walking the spot, we shut down rooms. Right?
I ain't gonna front. I be seeing y'all live performances and shit. Y'all be having that shit turned. I can see why you be winning a lot of shit. I ain't gonna front. It makes sense that you come out with your team, right? It makes sense because let alone you being a dope artist, good performer, good fucking like shows and songs. But when you got your crew with you and they all singing your shit, like that makes everybody else sing it.
We call that charge me up.
Yeah.
Charge me up. Don't get me charged up. You know what I mean?
That bit of camaraderie works for artists when he's coming up. He going in the game and you in the spot and there's a bunch of other crews there and one dude is getting on and he's not as dope as you, but he got 20 niggas there with him, so they all going crazy for his shit.
That shit get me
hot. You know what I'm saying?
I be like, whoa, they not ready. They not ready. I get hot.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm happy that you're here today, man. I always support you, and I definitely want to see you go far. So whatever I could do to help you, that's why one of the reasons why I want to do to get on the show today and talk about all of the magazine covers and who you can plug with to get more exposure and shit. Because the bigger you get, the more you could get it. You know what I'm saying? And
the more things you can get to. That's a fact.
Exactly.
You guys feeling good about where you at? I'm sorry. Y'all feeling good about how
just getting started.
Magazine infrastructure just getting started.
We're just getting started.
Okay, well,
we got our big toes in the water.
You feel me?
Well, it's about the journey, so
You know what my man Heath Ledger said? He was like, wait till they get a load of us.
Yeah.
They're not ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different, really different.
Plus, I ain't gonna
Makes
I want to get you on the mic spitting some bars or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to drop an instrumental?
I'm just saying, I got a couple. You know
Gang
what I mean?
outside.
You know I always got a couple of
You know
those.
what I'm saying?
He usually holds the ciphers down.
You know what I'm saying? I got folders and shit like that.
Then you put on something with an intro, or straight out. Definitely give me the intro for sure. Give me some more gritty. Give me a little gritty. Out of the situation, niggas talking about getting them to pay to get to the bread of the bag. Or you delegated somebody said they be mad because they really hating. I'm over here taking the heat up like I'm in station. Switch the flow, now words is coming slurry. Too much of the S for long, got vision blurry. Outside with the mixy G.O. flow. Understand how it go, there ain't no green, no wall for your shorty coming off on a sit though. She gon' bend it over for a nigga on her 10 toes. Nothing really changed them in the lane, now that we go. Bring it back like boomerang, no Eddie Murphy. Somebody said, what they did with a Hearst speed. I'm in that zone, you get to play with your earn B. You level up or you square up, Mario Party. Somebody said on the 6th stair, we can't think of those. That's spitters in here, though. That's spitters in here.
All right, well, I'm just saying,
The Pablo, come talk to
You got
us.
everybody.
Come talk to us, Pop.
They doing that.
Come talk to us, Pop.
Watch the wires.
Watch the wires like now shit.
King Bob, oh, said pop, talk to him, I don't sit down. Niggas know it comes to the flow. You know I spit round ammunition, ambition. How come I'm spitting off the top, nothing written, hard hitting, shit, flow dismissing. Niggas needed this, mixy guard, yeah. Look how we proceeded this. Step into the building, yeah. I'm on some leadership, mixy guards, yeah. Check the speed of this. God vision, God flow, it's God timing. Can't stop, y'all round what we doing in this bitch, grindhard TV shit. I know the vibes, know just how we. 1718 S.STREET media shit. Go for the top. Niggas know how to spit. Hold on, King Pop off. Stands big, you can't stop.
Yeah, baby.
That's real, man.
It's a microphone.
Hold on, Michael, step up in the bitch. We about to let player one hit this shit. Hold on. You can tell them how I really get.
I'm really trying to tell you how my fault. Yeah, I forgot really how tall I was. I could have been high-fiving Jesus and us and real cousin. We in the neighborhood. I'm a rolling 60 crip, so what's good? I never really knew what it is. I chucked so much wood, I could have. I'm really slipping, but I'm tripping. I'm about to pass it off to my man King K. Ball. What's really?
I've been that pretty motherfucker from the Bronx. All the mother bars, you ain't pretty, they get lost. On the west side, ain't no problem with these guys. Got that Tommy on my body, not that figure out your sauce. So you get swagger, gotta get your cash up. I was in my feelings, so a nigga got his bag up. Nigga, I ain't no roughneck, hiding in that cup shit. Tell me what's a bonus to a motherfucking profit. Haters be watching, bitches be plotting. Girls, they be on me, I'm rushing like stop it. Feeling for a bad Brooklyn HK, got it. I ain't with that. But I know niggas that ain't put that cool to your dome, like it's Google to your brain. Cause I am a Bronx nigga, New York City, so I die. Missy God, boy, you so one child on the rise.
Let's go.
Every day. I watch how my mood sway. Hey, the fans try to comfort me, friends try to comfort me. That's what everybody wanna sing. Call me Mr. Bumblebee. Hey, I'm just moving with the greatness. So I may come a little late, but I still bring the athlete fantastic. Running out of time, I know I'm trying. They trying to tell me dreams I'm not buying. Hey, in the door, that guy she thinks she might adore. Yeah, in the to the MK, the DO, she stuck around for sure. In the man, she thinks she want more. Just leave it out the door. Let's go.
Leave them at the door who apply it. Somebody they selling dreams, they telling lies, and I don't understand my nigga, that's the climate. Had to switch up now, get it, I've been to get it. Somebody did off the split, now who flipped it? Sipping up the get on gap, who got them twisted. If she came back, break back, small get on my message, said it's Steven cigar, but I hit them. Nothing really changed the speech, switch up and pick them. Tell these niggas too high crime, now that vision. I be that MCU, now who's vision? Couldn't bring the squad through, now what he doing? Wait a minute. In the words, Bobby Leeson, somebody sit up the gap, cause he sipping. Oh, I'm sorry, never plunge and never timid. Always getting to that bag on that coke and smoking that little fuego. Now when they say so, that's just why I'm gonna do, stay on the tone flow. I'm in that zone, my nigga, now where do you go? Fix the situation together, now who MacGyver? Understand more life, or no fire. Somebody, ooh, you put it back on.
It's your boy Morgan Rama.
Let's go.
Anywhere, grindhard TV. I'm asking you niggas here. I got motherfucking Mixie guards in the fucking building. And we get on these mics. And yo, we motherfucking killing them. Shout out to Optimus, motherfucking sponsor with the hat and shirts. Y'all niggas get hurt. If you try to fuck with us, it won't work. We come through, get dirt. You be under 6 feet. Cause it's PFC. WOR, L to the D. I can't forget the Rama. Some people go be drama, but I've been through that shit. And I come through and I split your brain cells. I dwell in Queens. Know what I mean? Keep it real. And niggas are trying to front you, so steal my flow. Oh no, chill, let me go, get that dough. And when I'm out of here, I'm going to pick up the yo. Not the hoe, but my wife, cause you know I'm fucking tight. Rest in peace to that nigga that got killed. All my black peoples, you will get revenge from the motherfuckers that did it. Hold up, we should get together and do this shit and quit it. Oh, killing each other. Word of mother, it's Easter. That's the resurrection of Jesus. Oh, hold on, I got the some pieces. Oh, I surpass. Niggas is ass. Trying to front you, get smoked like grass. A fucking haze. Oh shit, the day is Easter, motherfucking April. My son just turned 11 and y'all niggas is fake too. Oh, these guys is real. Mixie guards come through on the microphone, we kill. Niggas don't we get the motherfucking bills, whether they 50s or 100s, ain't nothing funny. We do this shit for fun. Hold up, I'll book the fucking keep going off the top, cause you know I won't stop and my shit never flop. And when I drop this new single, niggas gonna be motherfucking in their crib mingle. Oh, muscle, buck you like a belt. Louis shit, what's going on? Y'all niggas get hit quick. MTV, OSP, the MCWORLD, like I said before. Yo. Shout out to my nigga Blue Diaz. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Blue Diaz or the
That was on the spot type of.
Yeah, but that's how we do it. But yo, when I told you, yo, all right, we gonna come in here, we gonna make it happen, we gonna do what we do. You said, yo, I'm bringing this to Mixie Guard crew in here, and I was like, all right. I was like, but you and the winners, y'all the ones that's coming in or whatever. But I'm glad that you brought the Mixie Guards in because everybody got a chance to get on here and shine. Shout out everybody, tell everybody where they can find you and everything like that. Then we're gonna go into another new joint from you, so we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
You can definitely follow me on Instagram at Chris Welch's CHRISWELCHS_. Anybody else you're looking for, King Pop Off, is exactly how it's spelled, how it sounds. Ari the Great, 2 R's in great. It's exactly how it sounds. Ray Clouds, WRAY_CLOUDS, respectfully. At King K Vaughn, Royal Soul, that's King K Vaughn, RYLSL. There we go, respectfully. Come on. I had to catch them all, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's what we did, but see, that's what a crew is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely like bring your crew up and you do interviews and you let people know who they are and shit like that. That's the dope shit about having a crew.
Anywhere I'm at.
You know what I mean?
Anywhere I'm at.
That's yo, so what's the next shows you got going on? Because I heard you talking and you were saying that y'all got some shows and shit coming up.
Listen, next week about to be active. We outside. Day Summit. We got everything starts literally from Tuesday on. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we outside. We got the live band show coming up. Tap in if you want to find out. We got the SOB station. We got 2 of them. We got one on Wednesday. We got one on the 16th. Slide through. Gang outside. It's about 10 of us in the Mixie Guards, respectfully. So we outside. Never not working. All this week up until about Friday, we outside. Friday, yeah. What? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we outside. Sunday, Saturday, and so on and so on. And then next week, we outside. If you in New York, tap in. Respectfully.
Yo, salute to you, Chris Welch's, man. I appreciate you and your crew coming. And y'all niggas is the next niggas, man.
Nah, salute to y'all, man, for having us.
And I think the camaraderie that y'all have together is y'all gonna go far because I've seen other crews that was really making noise, but before niggas could really make it, everybody started like beefing with each other within, you know what I mean, about who's the star and who's doing this and who's doing that. But if everybody have that same level head and play their position, niggas will go far. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will go far. Because like we just talked about earlier when we changed the whole subject, motherfuckers was like implanted to be crabs in a barrel. And you could be together with people, but somebody will start rising up to bring everybody in, and a nigga will pull that nigga down because I want to be the guy. But it's always gonna be that one that gotta get up there and pull everybody in.
We all Indians in this time. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to put nobody down. If anything, we here to lift and uplift. You feel me? Keep shit moving.
Have a 10-year, 20-year vision for what this thing is gonna be.
We never knew hip hop was gonna be around for this long, but it is. So, and it should
It
change
is.
lives. You know what I'm saying? So yo, but with that being said, like I got shows all fucking month, double header on the 28th. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the Tunis joint on the 21st. The 22nd, I'm at the podcast festival in Atlanta with Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious, and a bunch of other podcasts. I'm at something on Thursday with Infamous Amadeus. He does something on Thursdays.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that. Yeah, I'm gonna be at that. I got the Romnick Studios with a couple of comedians. I'm gonna be performing at that on the 28th, and then after that, I'm going to the Prestige joint in Long Island. I'm performing to a live band with me and D.A. Johnson and Crucial Mr. One Love. So I got a lot of shit going on too, you know what I mean? So just check out for me, you know what I mean? Y'all can all follow Chris Welch and the whole Mixie Gods. Everybody just, you see where they're at, what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's Easter, we gonna get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna close the show with this one song, one new record that they got, and I know it's fire. I never heard it. This is exclusive that we got on the show.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our sponsor, you know what I'm saying? Armzik that sponsored us with the hats and shirts. Me and Is Now, thank you for being here with your intelligent, you know what I'm saying?
Is now, never later. Mind,
Tell them where to find you on the gram, bro.
Armzik is the clothing line. Armzik is at Armzik_2019. But Is Now, tell them your Instagram and all that, my guy.
No. Don't follow me.
He said no. He said no.
So I felt the same way when I asked Jay-Z for a drop, and he said no.
That's different.
I'm like, yo, Jay-Z, give me a drop for Grindhard TV. No. I laugh at it now, but at that time I was fucking angry. I didn't know.
But really, you know, I'm here only in public when we do this. Otherwise, you don't ever see me. So
right. I'm definitely behind the scenes. I got that. This is my behind the scenes guy. But yo, this is another episode of Grindhard TV Podcast, Easter edition. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go into this last record with Chris Welch. You know what I mean? We'll see y'all next week. It's
outside. Mixy.
Back in 60 bricks, heavily equipped, 70 drink, Rodeo drunk, Beverly bitch. You ain't no counts to shit. I bet you saying to yourself, like, that's a little count. Damn, he got pain. And I bet he really does everything he says. Just like
Yo, what's Sue sauce?
in the face of a generation. Doing good in life, even having friends hate you. TikTok, turn the whole face. Everything's gone with no plans.
What is that nigga from Long Island? You know his voice. Whatever it was, bring it back. You guys count? Yo, somehow I'm like the air and the time. I'm like, I know that voice, but something else. He got that. He got his style. I know his style. When I hear it, I know some style. Count. I like the shit.
We see it a little different. You might move with a Vita.
Mixie Gods.
Yo. Like the weed up, let me see that. She look at me like nigga with a weed up. Fuck with a feedback, bitch, I don't need that. Watch out my baby girl on the beat back. Like the weed up, let me see that. She look at me like nigga with a weed up. Fuck with a feedback, bitch, I don't need that. Watch out my baby girl on the beat back. I got a good she like that. She showed me fake like my whole backpack. I had to get it just like that. So I said, no sweat, baby, I'm right back. Roll them all, bitch, I'm a whaler. I said the ship, I'm a sailor. Fresh up my trip.
That's gonna be the new drill. That's gonna be the new style right now. You know, for the past year. Come from Jersey. Everybody do this. They come from Jersey though. Jersey was doing it first. Philly tried to take it. Takes credit for it. Yeah. Jersey. Baltimore saying it came from them. Because that's got balance though. Baltimore saying it's really Jersey. Yo, Baltimore got is a name for it. Huh? A year and a half ago, I used to have this Jersey group that comes to all my events. And the first was like, all their music is that. I'm like, and that's the first time I saw it. That's my word. The first time I was hearing that was a group. Zayn Tay. Yeah. That's from Jersey. That's the Clark classic. That's the one first 2 years ago.
You hear me for the slogan?
You already know. Yo, you gotta fuck with Zayn Tay. Yo, they mastered that shit. All these rappers on that.
They put that out here first. I remember Zayn Tay did. I remember seeing them. They was doing this.
Bad, and niggas like this.
That was dope though. We loved it. After this song,
You remember King Popoff? I mean, you remember King K-Von, right? The RZA song. The RZA song. He was there. He was at the actual one of their performances. 2 of your performances. No more music?
Same thing we went to the school. Man said, nah, Chris got a flame that sent it to me the same day with the school. That wasn't like, I didn't even know he was doing that. I was like, I just saw me. The next session will be the 23rd. The next one he's going to do will be before his session.
We already got chances.
We should fix stands, and we gotta do probably like 2 more podcasts. We should be Gucci after the Tom Brady. Right? I think that's the only going to fix it for Black's team. So it's crazy.
We'll see.
I think there's, like you said, you gotta put the mix. Tell your bitch. Yo, we outside crazy.
And that's the same one song I got.
Because he represents
This one.
that shit that he wants to
So be able
try to rise up.
I'm gonna have a full-length project for me by the end of the year.
go for it.
I mean, I already got a green pack set up.
Two.
I know. What's that one? What's that one? You still gotta send me.
Oh yeah, it's bad shit. I did this shit.
I got a couple stuff in my feet. I got a couple things in my feet.
Let me give you that drink real quick. So, Pop, you know this shit.
we're gonna take some pictures real quick.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do that. Yeah.